Hello, 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 wherever you are on our sensational planet called Earth. I hope you are having a fantastic day, evening, or night, wherever you are located on our wondrous globe. My fellow sports fans, my, my fellow NBA basketball fans. The topic for this episode on my channel is about the first ballot Hall of Fame candidate, a current NBA player candidate, a league leading popularity contest individual. If you haven't guessed who I'm talking about, I'm going to talk about Mr. Lebron Ramon James. Now, specifically, dear listener, I'm not going to be talking about his fantastic basketball skills. I'm not going to be talking about how easy it is for him to get to the basket to score points. Right now, where I live at here in the United States, I'm watching the Los Angeles Lakers against the Philadelphia 76ers. He is a fantastic player. He is. But the thing I notice every time I'll look at LeBron on TV, I keep looking at the top of his head. Yes, I love all his fantastic skills, his high individual basketball IQ. I love all that. But every time that camera focus on that historic basketball player, I look at my eyeballs keep going to the top of his head and say, damn, why won't this guy either get a bald head or get a haircut that's very low? Because if you look at him, you know he's balding. For the last several years, our historic, legendary player, LeBron Ramon James, is balding. Has his wife told him about that? We need to get a haircut because you balding? Has his homies, the crew he grew up with, have they told him that? LeBron, you're getting bald, man. Or maybe Mr. LeBron Ramon James just say, look, I don't care if I'm balding. I'm still going to keep my typical haircut that I love. I'm not going to shave off all my head. I'm not going to get a lower haircut. Maybe he's saying, if I'm balding, I'm just going to let nature take its course, and eventually all my hair will be gone. Specifically, when most people go bald, they lose the middle portion of their hair. Right now, it's in the middle. The balding is occurring in the middle of his head, specifically in the, in that back part, or you can say that crown part. Yeah, the crown part is balding. So, either he don't care about he's going balding, or maybe he's denying it to himself. But one thing I know, dear listener, see, I'm not particularly tall by American. I'm just 5'6". I'm 5'6". So hey, the typical person in public, they cannot see the top of LeBron's head because he's allegedly 6'8", 6'9". The typical person who's walking outside, who's sitting down talking, will never see the top of his head. Only a person 7-footer or more can see at the top of his head. The only reason I can see it, the top of his head, and you can see the top of his head, because the camera is focusing. Yeah, the camera is like several meters above the floor. So it's focusing down on the characters who playing that particular sport. So we get to see the top of his head. But in normal life, if he was walking out on the street, I would not know what's going on his head. Because I'm sure I'll probably come to his chest or wherever, since I'm 5'6". But anyway, one thing I had to, like Michael Jordan, when he was going, he always did have a low haircut, about the level that LeBron has his haircut right now. He used to have a typical haircut, but that was in the 1980s. When he started going bald, he said, "Look, I'm going bald." And you know, when a man grows bald, he's 30 or 40, when the hair is gone, especially when they only got the hair on the side of his head. When they only got this head on when they only have hair on the side of the head, balding makes you look older. It does. So Michael Jordan say, "Look, if I gotta go bald, I'm just gonna cut it all off." And I believe, in my humble opinion, maybe Michael Jordan, from what I know, I'm only a little person, I'm just humble, but I saw, in my mind, I saw Michael Jordan cutting his hair off first, then everybody repeated after him. For instance, the first man who I saw ever wearing an earring in his ear was Michael Jordan. He wore an earring in his ear, then every other man started wearing an earring. Michael Jordan, from my recollection, is the first entertainer, yes, I can say the first entertainer who whacked all his hair off. Then, hey, all the other entertainers started in basketball started doing, such as Charles Barkley. I think Hakeem Olajuwon, his hair was never going bald, but I definitely know Charles Barkley and some other athletes say, "Look, if I gotta go bald, I might as well whack off my hair just like Mike." Now, I'm gonna go even earlier than that. I believe it in the early 1980s. As you all know, if you know about the early 1980s in the Los Angeles Lakers, our legendary player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was going bald too. But hey, that was in the early 1980s. So when Kareem was going bald, he just let nature take its course, because in the early 80s, the bald head fashion style was not in vogue. So Kareem said, "Look, I'm not gonna cut off all my hair, because in 1982, it probably would look strange to see a person or a man with all his hair cut off." So I can understand Kareem's part of letting his hair go bald gradually. But now, yes, I said, but now when you look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he cut off all his hair. Since all the other men basically doing it, he has gone completely bald head. So now he looks like a young man again, because he don't have that little crop of hair on the left, right, and the back, and the middle part is empty. He don't have that. He jumped on board with Mike. He jumped on board with Charles Barkley. He jumped on board with Shaquille O'Neal. He jumped on board with Kobe Bryant. If I'm going bald, man, I'm going to cut off all my hair. And that way, since so many other people's doing it, I won't look any different looking bald head. I still look young. So, getting back to my original premise. Has any of those prominent athletes, I know Michael Jordan cannot talk to LeBron James because he's the primary owner of the Charlotte Hornets. And when you're an owner of the team, from what I heard of the NBA, you cannot pick up the phone and call another athlete on another team to talk to him. So Mike cannot talk to him about, "Hey, cut that hair off, man. I don't want to see that big dollar size bald spot on the top of your head." But Kobe Bryant can talk to LeBron, which he's doing now. Because I hear many times on these internet talk shows, Kobe Bryant is giving LeBron James some pointers about being a legendary Laker. So why can't Kobe say, "Cut your hair off," or get a right low haircut to match the height of that bald spot on the back of your head. Kareem can talk to LeBron about that hair. Now, the only person who cannot, from who I know, who cannot talk to LeBron about cutting his hair down is Bill Russell. From what I know, Bill Russell have his full crop of hair, and the last time I saw Bill Russell, it like he had a little bush. So that's it, my good people. If you like my discussion about LeBron, Ramon James, and that big gigantic bald spot on the top of his head, give me a thumbs up. If you have any little comments to say about your hair or Mr. LeBron James' hair, leave a comment. If you would like to subscribe to my channel to hear my particular humble views on anything sports related that I like, subscribe. Until the next time, dear listener, peace.